Welcome to Serious Sediments. I'm Johnny Kane, and this is an important edition of Serious Sediments because so much has happened since I've done my last video. Well, I started watching the most untrusted name in news, CNN, and they're just rife with the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission and any other secretive group of people to commentate on what's going on in Syria right now. So there's war a-brewing. North Korea, Syria, Russia, the whole Middle East might explode out here. This is what Jack Van Impe would call the Third World War, the apocalypse. Everybody coming together for the final battle before we all go up into heaven in a blink of an eye. Well, things are moving here. Now here's what happened. Last night, Trump finally gave in to the New World Order, the insiders, the swamp, and gave in and fell for the Syrian gas thing with Bashar al-Assad, the worst person ever. So he's the new boogeyman, okay? It was, who was it in Iraq? It was, it was Fidel Castro in Cuba, then it was bin Laden, the big boogeyman, and then it was Saddam Hussein, all these boogeymen. Most of them, former CIA or worked with them or toured with the CIA, and been in secret buildings. And Fidel Castro came here for his college education, and we filled him up with all his ideas and probably aided the whole Fidel Castro thing in Cuba. I don't trust anything anymore is what I'm saying. Folks, look at this book. This book, The Insiders, from 1996, printed in 1996. Now, in the back of this book, it talks to you about how the people that surround the president, no matter who the president is, Carter, Reagan, and George H. Bush in this book, and Clinton, yeah, they got Bill Clinton in there. They talk about no matter what, the same people end up really running the government. And most of them come from the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission and secretive groups and companies that do business and that are part of this Council on Foreign Relations. So I just read on Drudge Report right before this video that Trump is going to shake up his, chief of staff. He's going to get rid of Reince Priebus and Bannon, and he's got like 4 choices right now. Why? I checked, because anytime you see somebody on TV like CNN or Fox News, one of those speakers they have on there, there's commentators to talk about like war issues and all that. They might come from this book. Now, this is from 1996, so there's updated books. Architects of the New World Order, The Insiders. And it's true. Now Trump, he fell for it. He's knee-deep in it. It's over. All our hope and faith in Trump is out the door because I looked in this book. He has like 4 choices for his chief of staff. And the one I found is the one who's in this book, the name who's in this book. So I can't remember his name at the moment because it's so unfamiliar to me, these people he's about to choose from. It doesn't matter. The insiders, Council on Foreign Relations, they are now going to conduct this Trump presidency. It's over. It's going to be about Syria now. Supposedly, Russia sending a warship, this way. They're gonna blame it all on Trump. You know that. This is all to wrap their ugly tentacles of the New World Order around Donald Trump and have him get beat in 3 years. And then they wanted Hillary Clinton to do all this. Nothing would have changed if Hillary Clinton was in there. Just like nothing would have been different if George W. Bush had lost to Al Gore. 9/11 would have happened, okay? That was planned, okay? This whole Syrian thing they wanted a few years ago. They false flag things up to get what they want. Somebody wants Bashar al-Assad out of Syria. Now, I don't know who it is. Is it the big banks of Europe? Is it the Federal Reserve? Is it Saudi Arabia? Who wants Assad out? It's probably the big banker types. That's my guess. And maybe there's other plans for Syria to become like a big hub of Iraq, Syria, an extension of Saudi Arabia. Okay? Just make it one huge Saudi Arabia. Okay? And then eventually swallow up Israel and all that. Just have one big, huge Saudi Arabia. That's my idea of where it's going to go in the Middle East in the future. That's just what I'm saying. Now, anyway, folks, on CNN, Wolf Blitzer and all his people are going wild with people in this book. people from 1996 that might have been younger, or definitely younger at the time, but they're still around. I mean, I just saw Bill Cohen on CNN being, interviewed by Wolf Blitzer. He's a former secretary of I think, state, former senator from Maine. He's in this book twice. He's in the Council on Foreign Relations and being in the Trilateral Commission. These are evil, evil, evil groups. All the companies that are involved in the Trilateral Commission and the Council on Foreign Relations are groups that you would recognize: American Express, Exxon Mobil, all the Goldman Sachs, all that stuff. They're all part. All the major CNNs, Foxes. Rupert Murdoch's in here. The guy who runs CNN is in this book. They're all part of it. Okay? ABC, CBS, all of them. They're all in this book. All the heads of the newspapers, New York Times, Washington Post, all of them, LA Times, they're all in here. See, it's all a scam. But what? 10,000 people really, really run this country. 10,000 people or less run this country. And you got to be a part of this club. Got to be a part of this club. I mean, this book is exciting. This updated the 1995 list, 1996, of the Council on Foreign Relations membership roster. There's got to be new books out there right now about the Council on Foreign Relations. Get this book, get the insiders, get anything you can about the Council on Foreign Relations. Do your research, because it's a bad, bad organization. And this is from the John Birch Society, this book. Copyright 1996, John Birch Society. So it's a good society. They're the ones informing us what's really going on. So CNN, Fox, all you bastards that are in this organization, all you bastards who took over Trump's presidency, telling him what to do now, getting us involved in the more wars, it's the people from this book. If you really wanted to end what is wrong in this world, you get